backing up on the point rush condition, and it was just a moment of holy mama, who is going to get it this time round? All out chaos. So if the team wants to rest easy, they need to figure out exactly how to guarantee themselves a booyah. But that's the question though, Gideon. Can you guarantee yourself a booyah in a lobby filled with monsters like these?
Oh, it's too tough to say, especially when we're talking about Championship Rush. We've seen too many predictions go wrong. Let's start in phase number 1, because it feels like this year everybody is extra hungry. We kicked off the year seeing a little bit of Clash Squad just to see where everybody is kind of standing in their own individual prowess. And we didn't obviously get to see everybody, but you could definitely tell everybody was taking it seriously. Even when we were doing like our sound checks and ping tests, these guys are straight up scrimming.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt at all. That's exactly what they were doing yesterday. Can't wait to see what Team Flash has got to bring to the competition. They've got a brand new coach in here running the game from the background, telling these boys exactly what to do out there on the battlefield. Team Flash in the past, they've just been hot and cold. So I wonder which version of them we're going to get this time around. Aurora, on the other hand, you've got veteran players here, but the very first time they're going to come in here with this composition of players.
Yeah, really surprised that Aurora wanted to dip their fingers and their toes into the Free Fire space, especially within Malaysia. It's a really big risk in comparison to, you know, the Kingdom, Viva, RRQ. On the other hand, All Gamers Global, these guys have maintained their rosters for a good chunk of time. Very minute changes here and there, but it feels like they've got a system that works.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And taking a look at GOW, Deanne, one of the core players, Demon from 2025. They are most definitely the consistent ones out of Vietnam. Can't wait to see exactly what they get to pull away for the squad this time around. Avida XKDC, one of the exciting squads that I'm looking forward to watching out there in performance at the Free Fire Max Asia Invitational. Avida XKDC became the dual mode champs, dominating both Battle Royale as well as Clash Squad. We don't have Clash Squad here, but I can't wait to see what they do on the Southeast Asian leg, because it's the first time they're playing at a level like this.
And it's really exciting to see these newer teams from T2 come over into the Tier 1 scene, right? I mean, BTR was a pretty good example as well. Every other team that has come after them has been doing the exact same thing. You feeling hungry, you start challenging people right from the get-go. Get an understanding of what the landscape looks like, and then adjusting in week 2.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of Bigatron by Vitality, made their break into the regional level back in 2024 fall, and consistent ever since. They'll be playing inside of Group A alongside Aurora, WAG, GOW Buriram, as well as Team Heavy. In Group B, we have got RRQ, Magna, AG Global, P Esports, Avida XKDC, as well as Team Flash.
It's going to be Group A versus Group B today. Tomorrow it's going to be B and C, and we start looking at the lineups. Minor changes and minor tweaks have been made to a majority of these lineups, and we're looking at BRU, of course. They're having the introduction of Turner on his side, and so far, based on what we've seen, just in Clash Caller alone, he knows how to press buttons. He knows how to game.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, one of the heavy hitters, RRQ here, they have not become champions just yet in one of these big competitions. In the past 2 years, it has been very challenging for them. I mean, at the global finals back in 2024, they came runner-up. Last year at the Esports World Cup, they were the runner-up again. I mean, they're looking for the big one this time around, and this is that competition. Maybe just like Falcons, they could become champions here, gain that momentum, head on into the Esports World Cup, and get it done in 2026. I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen. This time around, we've got Alpine taken out of the rotation of maps. So game number 6 is going to go back into the hands of the randomizer. Well, we replay one of these maps that you see being thrown out here from game 1 to 5.
It's going to be Bermuda, the Nextera, Purgatory, Solara, and Kalahari. And now the fact that we don't have the traditional Alpine, Solara is something that people have to be good at this stage of the tournament, right? We don't know how long Alpine is going to be outside of the esports ring for the time being, but in the meantime, hopefully you can score as many points as you possibly can.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You gotta love Solara. You love each and every single one of those compounds. You love the fact that you can reposition yourself from compound to compound very easily off the slide rails. But can you recover from a wrong prediction? Guys, this is exactly what Gideon and I think is going to be breaking down today. Both of us think RRQ as well as Buriram will be on fire as usual. But Avida XKDC up against GOW. These are the underdogs that we think are going to be surprising everyone today.
Yeah, we're hoping that the surprises. I'm looking more towards Gal because I have data behind them. I mean, you watch
Yep.
AVD do what they do best within this year, but I mean, last year Gal has not failed me within the first 2 weeks. That's all I can say. That's what my data shows.
That's exactly what your data shows, man. I mean, Gao's not a bad squad. If you look at their performance in 2024 and 2025, they have definitely improved exactly where they sit on the overall leaderboard, usually down towards the bottom 13th, 12th in 2024. They've improved to 6th, 8th, and I think that's phenomenal for the squad. But you're going up against Avida XKDC that I think is going to be performing well today. And bro, they just dominated the Thai scene before qualifying for the Southeast Asian leg. I think if they can dominate the Thai region, they can dominate Southeast Asian region as well. But of course, we have to see exactly how the matches crackle in a little bit, Gideon.
Yeah, no, of course. I understand where you're coming from, right? Thailand is just a powerful region when it comes down to these
Yeah.
Battle Royale FPSs. And they're coming up, out of the gate, I'm guessing swinging. I'm just hoping they take down some of the bigger dogs to set the tone.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, let's see exactly how they get that done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is match number 1 on day number 1 on week number 1 here at the Free Fire World Series Southeast Asia Spring 2026. We're starting this year off once again. We want to find out who the dominators of Southeast Asia could be, because on the global stage later on, they're going to be representing all of us, not just the individual regions. And of course, we start things off on the good old Bermuda. Can't wait to see exactly who gets themselves into a hot drop situation here.
Let's find out. Immediately, Shipyard going to get taken over by Aurora's side. The early droppers are expected to fight each other. BTR, Flash as well. Oh no! Looks like GOW might be contested here. It's tough to say just yet until they reach the ground, but it's been a very, very neutral path when it comes down to the flights.
Well, let's see exactly who the unlucky ones might be. Over at Shipyard, Aurora finding themselves some decent enough loot. Nobody's going to be disturbing them just yet. Good drop for Buriram, as they absolutely would love to have a few good early fights to warm up. AG, not a squad that likes fighting early though.
Take their time. This is AVD now having to deal with heavy for the time being. Pablo already finds one as Mufasa gets the trade back. Pablo able to find it, looking for the last
ZZ.
one here. Pablo's already found it, and Allen unfortunately gets the trade, but Tawan puts him into the ground, leaving into a 1v1. Gets hit by the A1, so no Riptide Rhythm access for Buhui.
A beautiful play with the A124. Buhe has to back away now. Heavy on the final survivor. Attacked by AG Global. But maybe Avida XKDC and Buriram will help Heavy out somehow by playing distraction. Avida XKDC already engaging with the AG players. And perhaps Heavy will have a lifeline here. Thanks to Avida. Already 3 eliminations Heavy as they're looking for Dew.
Yep, he's been wasting a lot of Avita's time here. And finally, they get the full closeout. Luckily, Avita wasn't wasting too much just chasing him around. They did send one of their members to actually hit up the vending machine to get the revives. Now we look over to Flash versus Aurora. 1v3 scenario here for McCoy. He needs to get out of here fast. Decides to hop over the wall. And now he's got a teammate to work with, and they've completely locked the entire top compound.
Well, let's see exactly how Aurora gets out of this pickle. Flash is not the most consistent squad out here, so it's a 50-50, I say, in my eyes. Suez has got the double vector. Zom, Mag 7, better gun, but no life on him as he barricades himself in, giving himself a little bit of a room to breathe. Suez just can't get to Zom just yet. When these glue walls go down, Zom's gonna have a major advantage. Here comes the narrow Valiant Dash response, but Zuez gets the surprise play.
That was, he didn't know that it was Oscar on the opposite side. It was just the roll of the dice there, whether it was the right character for the right reasons. Oh, unfortunate indeed, and it looks like, Aurora has been taking plenty of damage at this stage of the game, while Flash, again, the consistent harassing right from the first minute.
Yeah, Aurora's not too bad at all if they continue to play in this way. Used to play as Team Vamos. Right now have formed a brand new alliance. If I'm not mistaken, they have got Putra as their coach. I'll have to double check that information in a little bit. But definitely A big promising squad from Malaysia. The Axel, veteran, up against ABCD. Just not the right gun, but he gets the advantage. Knocks Axel down to the ground. Some shots to the head there to give him the extra bit of power. And my goodness, Essa was praising Axel. That was unfortunate.
Yep, real unfortunate there. The rest of Flash now control that northern side. I did see in the background that RRQ is also on the northeastern side of the map, actually rotating down to the south. Not entirely sure where this first ring is pulled towards, but at the very least, a lot of these teams not taking the early engagements want to play for harassment more than anything. And now we look at GOW and PE Sports. Looks like they've collided and opt to not start things up too soon.
Let's see if they will listen to that advice. Avida XKDC round 2 up against Heavy. Earlier, they forced the whole squad scrambling on those revivals. Anusit spotted out already. He just doesn't get the job done with a Dragon and punished by the MAC-10. Anusit gets 1 point for himself and Mufasa says, hell no, on the U-turn now. Heavy again under pressure. Avida is uncontrollable.
They can't do much about it, and now Heavy have to recheck the angles they thought were initially safe. With Buhui out of the picture, that UAV, not going to reveal too much here, does actually allow a couple of shots for Long Kong to come through. Does he win this 1v1? First strike already on Mufasa's side. I don't know, is he in the right angle? I don't think so. And Long Kong knows it, so he locks himself in, trying to buy as much time as possible as you see Mufasa realizing that he can't fight this 1v3 alone, and he doesn't have every angle covered.
Doesn't have those angles covered for sure. Vidax KDC not backing away. Mufasa's gonna pay the price here, but of course he will gladly do so. But PE Sports out by Magna. Looks like Malaysia wants to make a lot of noise this time around. A fantastic start for Magna.
Not entirely sure that happened off the camera, but we still look at this tense situation here by AVD alongside with Heavy. Finally, Heavy make the choice. We've got a vehicle. We can start moving away. Let's make our way from the eastern side to the southern side. We might be able to find some more comfortable spacings there. Oh yeah.
Axel, Aurora's right back in here, but RRQ now teasing the boys from Malaysia. Ma'al VSK, dangerous player, has got the Morse. Helped him to reposition. But can it help him get away from the shots of the Aurora squad now? They want blood and dew. As lethal as always, that AWM didn't take him a long time at all. Buhi down on the ground. Ma'al with a VSK breaking down the defenses of Axel. But Mother Nature will stand in the way for a bit as Aurora thought they got away with that one, but Dudes just showing up with the UMP. Now Bigatron about to save Aurora here as they interfere with the fight.
Ma'al is doing his best to slow down 2 members of BTR. If he goes down here, it's going to be a lot of trouble as RRQ members run. Zeye, unfortunately, stuck in a 1v4 scenario without the help of his sniper. He just has to look for picks, pull them out, and bait them into the open air.
Yeah, man. 6 eliminations strong already. RRQ looking for a big game here. Ranze, Valiant dash at the right time to get away from the shot, but Diggs too good for the M590. C-Bank from afar. 2 players down on the side of RRQ already. Ma'al says hasta la vista as he goes down under here with the stealth bites off of the Mars. And Bigatron on the hunt. RRQ, of course, those revivals are going to come through easy. Bay far away from this region, and Ma'al now will just have to be the sacrificial lamb that Abe needs to buy back in a bit.
Yeah, but fortunately, running down the hill, there's no choice. No matter what you do, you have to commit a glue wall or at least find any little bit of cover. It looks like Ma'al has decided, you know what, if I'm going to be out in the open, we might as well fight. Looking for a trade, doesn't find it, and he finally goes down. Luckily, because of that, allows the rest of RRQ to reposition themselves within the ring and look for a recovery phase.
Oh yeah, man. WAG. No eliminations just yet. They have kept their heads down all the way into the 7th minute. Magna right in front of them. They spotted that squad already, but just not wanting to engage just yet. Heavy on the other hand. Off to a very slow start. Twice, no, the 3rd time. Again, Avida XKDC, they just don't want to let them go. Again, don't corral. Avida XKDC, they've got a mission and they want to smash Team Heavy. Mufasa's out of there. Thank goodness for the nitrous.
Oh, luckily he had the nitrous. Unfortunately, Pablo was able to take him out as he was getting chased. Alan finding another vehicle of his own, looking to split the opposite direction as Buhui now making his way into Mill. I don't know if he's aware of Jun nearby, but we'll find out here because the audio should be there. Oh!
Well, the double revival came on through first. Buhay getting the job done. And 24 in hand gets the first clip onto the knee. Has to back away. 49 HP. Pulls out the mini UAV and Buhay still needed a few extra seconds, but Jun just didn't want to let that go with the MP5. Gets that one elimination, and Heavy again just being forced to back away from the battle. But thankfully, they do have those team boosters on themselves, looking to survive outside the circle a little bit longer to play recovery.
AVD has been hunting them avidly from the get-go. Heavy has not been able to recover well for a long time. I think this is like their second and a half technical reset overall. They played plenty of resources just to get their boys back, and now that we're looking into that third ring, I'm not so sure that this is going to be a good fight for them if they keep on resetting, right? There's not a lot of POIs that allow you to bring back your whole squad, and most of them are in intersecting points of two teams.
Yeah, man, you have your Predators and you have your meals. Unfortunately, Heavy in this lobby just not a Predator, at least for this particular game, because Avida XKDC wants to play Predator, and they've got a great position at Kotatua for the next circle. Buriram, unsuspecting, quiet all lobby long. And they want to get themselves into a better defensive spot right beyond peak. WAG managing to stay silent up till now. No eliminations, just like Buriram, focusing on their looting progress.
Until we see the closure of the second ring entirely. So right now, the southern side is looking phenomenal unless we see a northern side ring pull here. It'll happen in a couple of seconds, and everybody's waiting for what the next move is going to be.
Holy Lord, I asked a question, what can the new coach for Flash do? He says, we'll give you a flashy entrance into FFWS Spring 2026. 11 eliminations already for Flash. What in the world is going on? We missed all those engagements. I want to see more out of the squad, but for now, RRQ under heavy pressure by Heavy. I think this is a terrible idea. The Valiant dash working out in the favor of Mufasa. That's surprise, surprise, as he gets Ranze. But Dudes instantly buys him back. That's the only player from the side of RRQ you're going to get for now, Heavy, as the rest of them just too far away. And Heavy needs to look for the circle.
Actually, I like this idea from RRQ. You have three members all sitting on the outside collecting resources, knowing that they're not at their strongest. They say Ranzi in just to look for space. Even if he goes down, they're able to recover and then look to play elsewhere. This might sell the idea that the north side is completely uncontested and might give overconfidence to the teams holding it.
Yeah, absolutely. Flashy now. Out with the UAV. Just chilling. Just playing around with the blue, not wanting to enter too early into the next zone. GOW right behind them. It's going to be a battle between the Vietnamese squads in a little. Bigatron by Vitality, on the other hand, forcing WAG to join them in a friendly little gunfight.
It's a slow moving here. Gao on the further south side has finally rotated into the next ring. I was surprised they didn't take the Pochinock side, but it looks like they're going to contest AG on the opposite side of the hill. Artillery and plenty of ordnance is being thrown over as BTR actually not too far away from this. AG making the smarter choice to back off. They have the information, and now BTR show presence, forcing Gao back. Hans paying the price.
And Buriram finally putting an end to Heavy's run. Unfortunate for those boys. 3 times is the max on that full-on revival. And just scurrying to pull themselves together, but after they came across Buriram, came to a swift end. AG Global up against GOW, playing the elevation of the hills really well. But now GOW in trouble, because right behind them, here comes Flash. But RRQ beating down on Flash one after the other, not allowing Flash to take those shots on the Gao players.
Man, they wanted to look like TV dinner. They didn't want to attract attention, and now everybody, all the rats are coming out to see what's going on and get a slice of this pie. And GOW, unfortunately, with no natural cover, will have to take the brunt of all the glue wall melters, forcing out the time turner as well. Plenty of ordnances being thrown. As you can see, the god himself able to find some headshots of his own. AG now a man down. He's trying to hold on strong, and they're still holding away because Flash is going lower and lower, forcing the angle to stretch, and Nameless loses his head because of it.
Yeah, beautiful play here, but the Flash player with a flashy exit, managing to knock down Nameless before getting taken out. That slows down AG Global, but it doesn't put an end to them just yet. GOW now just a little bit too far outside the circle, need to make their way in. AG Global doubling back. They want a big fight, and they understand that this is 3 points that Gao could give them.
They're being very resilient right now. AG are the ones with the man down, and Gao looking to kind of spread the forces apart. BTR finally backing away, allowing an opportunity for Gao to go through, and the revives from RRQ might make this a little messy. Oh, no. They have to check double corners now. They're behind the box of GOW. Good luck.
Cypher not gonna get caught out just yet. Smart play by Nameless here. Ice Grenade's not gonna touch him just yet. Cypher wanting to pull off this ambush with the M590. Nameless gets annihilated, all thanks to the RGS. This backstab not gonna come through this. And oh no, Bigatron! They reposition and they might just spot out Cypher. That peekaboo game might not go his way.
Now BRU going to make the elevation above the A1, making it good, but RRQ eventually get eliminated. WAG controlling the center of this fourth zone. Now, luckily, BTR had to make that first move, allowing GOW to actually hold on to their side of the map, and they've got plenty of angles on that top side. BTR may have made a critical mistake here, getting shot from pretty much everywhere, losing a lot of resources, and even reinforcing the glue walls to ensure their safety.
Yeah, Riptide Rhythm now from GOW, breaking down the defenses of Bigatron, forcing them towards the opposite side. But that puts Bigatron in a great spot as they spot out Magna. God nades raining down on them, and Magna out in 7. Bigatron using that high ground advantage, thanking GOW now for inviting them to move on to the opposite side. But will they be able to take GOW out of the equation here? AG still waiting for revenge to play peekaboo with GOW.
So here's what we know. GOW doesn't really have to move. Same goes for AG Global, and AG unfortunately don't have much of a choice in this scenario. AVD on the opposite side, somehow getting some decent shots in, and they finally find Cypher. GOW now dominate the southern side, but that one compound is causing too many problems. If BTR don't get cleared off that top side, everybody's gonna take punishment.
Yeah, let's see if or not they're gonna do exactly that. Demon shuts down Joel. Gao still doing so well in this fight. And Lightning Zone called upon by one of these squads. Whoever's out in the open, they are gonna be teased for sure. Baros with a sliver of health gets shut down by Demon as he just blasts through him with the Valiant Dash. AG Global now out in 6.
Oh, GOW, they somehow need to get under, but unfortunately there's just too much pressure, and BRU are taking the opposite ends, making sure that they can cover that top hand side. They don't want to be part of this. Osama, he just needs to live as long as possible. The nade comes, connects just a little bit, but not enough to knock. GOW forcing a full engagement against WAG, who's moving out of the compound.
Yeah, great positioning by Avida XKDC. They had the best spot in that compound for the circle. Totally untouched by everybody else, but now at a disadvantage as the circle starts to move towards the Bigatron players. One after the other, everybody under pressure. Gao being preyed on by the WAG players and out in 5th. Gao could not complete that run. WAG just in the better spot here as Avida XKDC circles around, perhaps looking to stab Buriram in the back.
Unlucky. How does BTR still have all 4 of their members still alive in the most compromised position? These rotations have been good. And now they find BRU in the middle of it all, knocking them out in 4th place, leaving our top 3.
This is now a game of chess. Who moves first? Avida XKDC should be out. Where is Avida XKDC? Who hired this observer? Bro, we need to look at the opposite side because this battle is not going anywhere between Bigatron and WAG. Nan7 has got the right idea, firing at the Avida XKDC players as they try to reposition. Tikui dropping down. They're out in the open. How in the world did they survive all of those shots? Because only one player thought of focusing on the position of Avida XKDC. And they might just have a big chance here. Tossed in a nade, and now the ice grenades come on through. Bigatron by Vitality backing away, playing the elevation to their advantage.
Holy cow, they're just reinforcing their glue walls time after time after time, and this is what's allowing them to hold out for so long, not allowing any value from the ordnance. Now, throwing nades back against AVD, and this allows WAG to actually move in for an all-in, looking to try and beat this. Fortunately, Nahan is the first to go, and AVD still at full fighting strength will eliminate the last member of WAG, unless Dix has something to say here. That's PLS1. What a call from AVD. They back away. Give over that one elimination. It's a squad v squad.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Avita X KDC just with a better positioning here. But now Bigatron by Vitality. The ones that started it off all for the Indonesian squads in the tier 2 to show them that it was possible. Now taking on the ones from Thailand who want to prove the exact same as well. Anusit on the right-hand side flank. Long right inside with the Trogon. Gets Nix down on the ground. It's now Pablo versus Sibang. M590. Koja says hello. And it is not going to be possible for this Cassie to get that pickup. And Koja finishes him as well, leaving Anusit all alone on the side of Avida. And Bigatron secures Booyah number 1.
Dang, how did they do it? What an awful position they were initially, but their loadouts apparently, something's different about it. How did they hold out for that long? Were they just connecting more shots, or was this a more technical aspect of the team's loadout?
Pablo, man, I don't think the electrotherapy was working at the right time there. Either he activated the electrotherapy a little bit too early, or he didn't just click it on time, because that was a crucial battle up against the Bigatron players. And without the extra life, you're just not going to have your frontliner get the job done. Anusit wasn't in the right position to play those clutch angles by the sniper of the squad. And Bigatron by Vitality overwhelmed them. If there's been one advantage that